I get the best
Practice
success.
on me,
Practice on me. Okay.
Careful now.
John. Me, please.
This is the one you want.
That's the one we want?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we line up the cyan, and it looks like the wood is, I mean, it would line up perfectly right here, but it's good to trim away some of this dried stuff off the end. And along
Both
with
sides?
Huh?
Both sides.
Yeah, yeah. So, but I mean, we want to try to line it up, and I just cut through kind of a bud there. Like Tom said, it really bumps it out. It kind of goofs it up. So, but we are pretty close in size. I'll trim that off with the knife. Got a knife?
Knife.
It was there.
You want my knife? Now don't drop it.
I won't.
There you are.
Unless you catch it with your foot.
So, what I do is it looks like we got buds on either side, so I'll knock off that bud and then the bud on the other side. I sharpen it to a wedge. Right, it's pretty nice and sharp too, that's good.
So you're just trimming one side, same? No,
Yeah,
you're trimming both
yep,
sides.
I created a wedge.
Okay.
Yeah, and then, notice I'll try to be very careful as I do this. Split it in half. This is the easiest, and what's nice is the pressure of the stock will wedge and hold this in place. And you remember, like I lined it up both sides, but now it's a little smaller because I went farther in. So what we can do, and the cyan wood, like Tom said too, you only need 3 buds at the most.
Right.
The more surface area you have, the more chance you're going to have this is going to dry out on you too. So I learned from the best.
It's talking you up, Tom.
And so now this doesn't totally line up, and you can do this on bigger pieces too. So what I've done is I pushed it off to one side. So we got cambium layer to cambium layer on this one side here. This other side's sunken in a little bit.
See, like I was telling you before, because they're different sizes.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, if you had something, I mean, that was a little bit fatter, it probably would have lined up better.
Okay, so now
This is
we
what we
need
can
tape,
do.
right?
Now we can tape it. So
There you go. Oh, do you need more tip?
typically,
There you go. Now, maybe we can use this as a dipstick here.
and then stretch. And as you always go up from the bottom because it's going to continue to close that wedge up, right? Stretch and pull. And even this little bud here, I'll probably knock that off because anything below the graft that starts to leaf out, we don't want that to pop up. You don't want that to sprout anyway. You want to encourage all the life force of the roots to just go right up into here. So as this is in a pot and it's starting to wake up, you'll take your fingers and rub off any of these little buds and encourage that. Sometimes if you didn't line it up all the way, you can only do that so much, and then your whole plant's going to die.
I
So
would take every bud off just in case you have a messed up
Yeah.
graft. Then you'll get that little sprout up, and next year you can try again when it's dormant on that.
I just kind of broke my stuff there. There we go. So
So what was that technique?
the cleft graft. Yeah.
It's used a lot on larger trees too.
Right.
Like such.
A lot of times what I do from here then is I'll even take some of that tar and I'll paint it on the outside of this all the way up. Just to seal up any little air holes I might have missed, and of course put a little on the top.
Some people dip it in hot wax.
I've seen people do that too, yeah.
Very used to bring it out for here. Cooked wax and
And then of course you want to put a piece of tape on here so you know what we've grafted on. What's that?
You don't have to have that time.
You want it, you got, well,
that's where the root stock
that's the root stock, but you want to know what this is.
Apples.
Yeah, well, whatever kind of apple it is, so you want to,
So which other technique do you know? You guys. Tom, so what's your technique? What do you prefer?